Hello my beautiful Sagittarians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading for the full moon in Virgo. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is a little bonus reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to let you know, the full moon in Virgo is an extremely powerful energy and force that will affect us all energetically from the 7th of March, okay? Now, you may already be feeling the effects of this shift, but this full moon takes place just when Saturn, the planet of hard work, tough love, and hard facts, changes signs into Pisces. Before I continue with what I was going to say, they're actually showing me loads of suitcases on top of each other right now. So maybe some of you are thinking about moving. Maybe this full moon period is also about looking at baggage. So please take it as it resonates. I mean, some of you may be literally buying luggage at this time as well. So please take it as it resonates. I'm not really sure how it resonates until I get into the energy of your reading. But that is the image that they're giving me at this moment in time. Okay. But moving on, this planet, Saturn, of course, is a very strict planet. It does change signs into Pisces, so expect to feel a little bit more sensitive than usual and extra emotional. However, it does make you more resilient. So this energy is not to be feared. It will call us out in areas of our life that need transforming, okay? So it is a very beneficial energy in the long run. Now, you can also expect to be more focused on your health goals, eating habits, sleeping patterns, exercise routines, and you may actually feel more compelled to source natural products for nutrition and alternative therapies as well. So that's what they're showing me there. Now, this full moon will actually help you become the best version of yourself with empathy, with love, to release any perfectionistic tendencies or release the inner critical narrative that we all have at some point in order to love parts of yourself that perhaps you've been neglecting for a little while. This could be due to, busy lifestyles, or you've been focusing on something, you have a lot of responsibilities, or you may be going through some sort of emotional upset before you come to this reading and you've just, neglected your own needs. So this time will actually influence you to love yourself a little bit harder. Also, you'll be encouraged to declutter your home space because of that Virgo influence. Also, balance your finances and be in the flow of natural organization, okay? You're going to be in a period of being very productive and just in the mode of doing, but it will not feel like a chore. It's actually going to come naturally to you this full moon period. Also, you'll find a little bit more time for meditation or quiet me time, especially if you've been very, very busy. You're going to take some space for yourself over this period, and you may even settle down to a nice book to read and sort of lose yourself in that story as well. Now, we do have Mars and Neptune clashing during this period as well, so you may feel you have excess energy and you're finding ways to have an outlet or a way to streamline or channel that energy into something productive. So you may feel that you've got all that excess energy pent up. You may decide to join a gym, or you take up a sport or hobby, or maybe even get really creative during this time as well, so that you express yourself and find your energy is channeled into something productive. So I'm just going to get your final card. We've got 2 there for you. We've got the 6 of feathers and we have the 9 of cups. So very positive energy. Let's see though, you may have been going through some sort of difficulty I feel like you've got a lot on your mind, or you have had a lot on your mind recently, and you're trying to work out an uncertain situation, perhaps. I mean, this could be down to your true calling, your path, or it could be something that's very detailed in your life right now where you're trying to find a solution on something and it's been bugging you a little bit. But we'll get into it as we get into it. We have your first card. Now, the first pile there is your protagonist energy. So these are the things that you're dealing with, how you're feeling about yourself right now. And then you've got the resistance position there, which is all the challenges that you've been up against or things that you're worried about. And also the last pile there is how things are going to work out for you. Okay, now the full moon is going to influence you in a very, very deep way because you actually got the full moon card. So we will get there in the moment. It says challenges, time for action, break through old blocks and patterns, pushing through and stopping at nothing, doing the work and gathering momentum. They're actually, so this is the second image that they're showing me already for your reading. They're showing me a pair of antlers. Okay, a pair of antlers. I mean, if I look at them, they look like they could be a deer or a stag antlers. They're not actually showing me them attached to any particular animal, but looking at the shape of them, they're, you know, like that. I mean, it could even be a moose. I think they're a bit too thin to be a moose's antlers. I would go with a stag. That's what I'm feeling. But that tends to mean that you are... you may have felt that you've had to protect something or fight for something, or you are, I mean, maybe you've even been butting heads with someone at this time, and it's just been a little bit fraught with drama. That will all take a turn for the better, and things will be resolved in your favor. I just want you to be aware of that. But antlers tend to mean, you know, protection of all that you've worked hard for. So I feel that you are being very savvy with the moves that you're making in life, just to make sure that you're in a very secure position. So whatever it is that you are forging ahead on, it may have been difficult, you may have felt that there have been challenges, but you will win, or you will overcome the stagnant energy and you will push forward and free yourself up. I mean, the Six of Feathers, which is the equivalent of the Six of Swords, tells me that you're being guided out of difficulty, that you do not walk alone at this time. There are people in spirit, your guides. The universe is, you know, almost overseeing you or guiding you in the direction towards a more peaceful lifestyle. So whether you're trying to relocate or trying to shake things up a bit by moving jobs or homes or whatever it is that you're trying to transform in your life, you've got support and the backing of the universe to make it happen. But as we can see here that you have felt, why does it have to be so difficult? Why is everything such a challenge? Why can't things be easy? So I really feel there's this energy of feeling ground down, or you're exhausted. We got the Two of Cups there, and we got the Seven of Cups. Now, the Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups can, you know, indicate that in some area of your energy, and this reading is different from all the other readings, you know, different from love readings, different from career readings or monthly readings. This is all about how you're feeling, checking in with yourself inwards, because this is what the full moon is actually about. It's about releasing and processing emotions in order to, you know, get rid of any baggage or anything that's been controlling you and making you feel stuck in order to embrace a new cycle or a new energy. Okay, it helps you process deep-rooted emotions. So I feel like you have been doing a lot of the spiritual work. And with that Seven of Cups there, some of you may have been feeling a little bit pulled in many different directions. You may have felt a little bit scattered in your energy. You've been spreading yourself thin. I almost see that you've been wearing like, you know, how can I put it? Like different hats in life. You're like putting one on, then you're something else, something, you know, you are something to somebody in every situation, but you're so good at what you do, you can do everything. But you may feel that you've been, you know, as I said, your energy has been pulled in many different directions, and it has been challenging for you. Now, they're indicating pushing through, because you're not going to stop until you accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. These signs and symbols also that came in the water there for you, the suitcases, all bundled, they all looked like olden day suitcases, you know, the ones that you'd flick open, almost like briefcases, but they're not. Those sort of suitcases is what I saw. So some of you may be buying vintage luggage, or perhaps you're going on a journey to discover, you know, more culture. So please take it as it resonates. It could also be that you're doing a lot of processing during this full moon period to release baggage from wounds gone by. Okay, so I definitely see this as a very productive period for you. You will feel a little bit more sensitive than usual. I mean, I'm only saying this because you could have got any card in this. deck. Okay, I mean, if you've got placements in Taurus, they actually gave me the blue moon for Taurus as an image. So, which is a once in a life opportunity, and the impossible is possible. Something so rare, you'd be lucky. Don't miss your chance. But you know, there's another moon energy. I mean, they keep giving you moon energies. You could have got the air element. You could have got semi-sextile there. So that really indicates that you were given all moon cards for a reason, because this moon energy is going to affect you in a very positive way to recharge your batteries and actually deliver a wish or an intention, something that you've been trying to accomplish. You'll feel fulfillment at the end of it, and you'll feel satisfied at the position that you're in, okay? So I feel things are starting to gather pace. Things are starting to happen for you, and you may have been feeling a little bit like in limbo for a little while, or you know, you may have felt just a little bit stuck, but the energy is shifting to help you in the direction that you're headed in, okay? Now, certainly if you are someone who starts a project and you've got lots of wonderful ideas, if you tend to be someone who starts something and then doesn't finish it, you're definitely going to tie up loose ends this month, and you're going to be someone who is very productive. You finish what you start, basically, is what I'm seeing here. And that's based on the full moon energy, because it's in the sign of Virgo. So that is really about getting clear and being direct, and also, you know, being disciplined to make stuff happen. We've got the Seven of Cups there. This is the protagonist energy. I really like the Seven of Cups. Sometimes it can be connected to like this wishy-washy kind of dreamy energy. But remember, everything that ever gets manifested in life starts with a visualization. Some call it a dream. Some people call it an image. Some people, you know, think it's like a daydream or a premonition. But whatever it is, whatever you can see in your mind as a fantasy or, you know, a vision, this is something that will become a reality, especially since you got the Seven of Cups and it goes to the Nine of Cups, which means you'll be satisfied with what shows up in your life because you dreamed it into being. The Seven of Cups there is about look at all your choices, fantasize about every eventuality, you know, every single thing that you can see in your mind, you can have in your hand. So allow yourself to dream. This is a card of really using your imagination, and you're someone who has a very fertile imagination as well. You're very artistic. You have a lot of abilities in lots of different areas, and that's what I mean by sometimes you may feel pulled in different directions because you've got lots of ideas. Remain flexible, of course, but focus on the ones that really make you feel that your heart is fulfilled, or that you feel like your soul is on fire with that one. You know, you can always imagine each scenario, and the one where your heart really pings and says, oh, I will love that. That's the path to take, okay? And don't settle for anything less than you truly deserve. But you're going to receive an opportunity here on something that you were really focusing on there. Now, the Seven of Cups, if you can just about see, there's a ship right there. The ship represents the journey of life. So it's like you can imagine every single thing that you ever wanted, and it shall be so. But just be a little bit mindful that because we do have, you know, Saturn does move into Pisces, which means if you've been fantasizing about something or procrastinating on something, or, you know, deluding yourself on something, you're going to get a bit of a reality check over this full moon period. So it's really about like snapping out of it and making things become a reality. Okay, so it is actually a very positive energy, but it can give us all a little bit of a wake-up call or call us out in certain areas, and it may feel a little bit harsh. So I feel you are getting clear on the things that perhaps you haven't finished, or you're in the flow of doing this couple of weeks. So, for example, if you have been meaning to fix that drawer, or you've been meaning to buy an organizer for your work, or whatever it is you've been meaning to do, this is a time where you're going to do it. Okay, it's just going to happen, and you're just going to be like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And suddenly at the end of the month, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I got so much done this month. And you won't even think about it. Okay, but because you've got the Seven of Cups and you've got the Two of Cups, this indicates you are strongly in the law of attraction. Now, you and Taurus, the Taurians out there, you're both very highly in the law of attraction. So this is a time where thoughts are becoming things. So it's really important to write down a list of all the things that you desire, because the Two of Cups at grassroots is about checking in with your heart and attracting through frequency and desire all that you want, okay? It's like a union, an attraction, the law of attraction. It's an understanding between you and the universe to bring you what you desire, okay? So with that Two of Cups there, it's also a card of partnerships. So I feel like some of you, if you feel a little bit scattered in your energy and you've been working really hard, or you just feel that, you haven't been going out and having as much fun recently, I definitely see this full moon period where you will feel compelled to be a little bit more sociable than usual and want to reach out to friends that perhaps you either haven't seen for a while or that you love spending time with, but you've just not been able to at this time. You're definitely going to be connecting to those people that you really care about. Now, the Two of Cups also, I can't ignore that the Two of Cups actually, connects to romance as well. So some of you may be manifesting an attraction between you and a suitor. I do feel like you have a lot of interest, okay? But what I see here is before you meet the one, I feel there is a potential for you to have an intimate connection with somebody that will be short, okay? Let's put it that way. And the Six of Feathers indicates you will enjoy your time with that person. It'll be a wonderful adventure, friendship. It'll be very exciting. But I do feel like, the person that you want to be with long term is just after that person, okay? So it could be like even a light flirtation between you and someone, and it doesn't actually go anywhere, and then suddenly you meet the one. So if you are looking for love, I definitely see that there is an attraction between you and someone, and this person will invite you out to something, and they're very exciting to be with, and they may even be at a distance from you. They may even invite you traveling, whatever that is. I feel you will be, I don't feel like you invest in that fully, but you enjoy yourself in it. I don't see any heartbreak coming from it. I feel it's just like you suddenly kind of check in with yourself and go, you know what, this is really fun, but I just don't see it being for my long term. So even if you are looking for a long-term commitment with somebody, when you meet this new person, I feel like you'd be like, you know what, it's really nice to flirt with this person. They feel good, but you're not leading this person down the garden path, and they're not leading you down the garden path either. I really feel that there is an understanding that both of you find each other attractive, and you may be looking for different things at this time. Straight after that, you meet the one. So if you are looking for love, I definitely see you attracting love at this time. There is an offer coming on in for you. Also, the Two of Cups is an exchange of gifts. So I feel like you're really looking at life over this full moon period where you're looking at reciprocity and saying, you know what, I give a lot of myself. I give a lot of myself to my friends, to my family, to my jobs. And if you're retired, you give a lot of time to your community or to your soul tribe and, to children if you have some. I definitely get this sense of you looking at the energy exchange. If you feel like you're always there for these people, I mean, that's wonderful. You're a really good friend. You're a really generous person. But I feel like you want to take some time for you, and you're going to take a little step back for a while just to recharge your batteries over this full moon period. It's important that the cup of love is full for yourself first before you can always, give out to other people. It just keeps you recharged and in the flow of your energy rather than feeling like you're depleted. And whenever we feel that we are empty, running on low, empty energy, we start to feel a little bit snappy because we're like, you know what, I want to be there for you, but I haven't done anything for myself just yet. And I'm just getting a little bit frustrated that time is passing and there's just not enough time in the day. So I can't realistically give to this situation right now because I'm not even giving to myself. So I really feel you're going to look at that area of your life where you're like, you know what, I'm going to take some time for me because this particular full moon actually it's called the worm moon. And if you think about the worm, it's like it deeply embeds itself in the rich soil. So things that are, rich in energy are grounded. Some of you may want to hibernate or be at home to rearrange your home space, be in that state of organization. It's about things that lead to growth. So I feel like you're really in that period of looking at personal development as well during this time. I mean, I didn't even see what this card says. And the word hibernation is literally there, okay? It says transition, low resources, hibernation, embrace change, renewal, cleansing, soul searching, darkness, scarcity, make plans for the future, and rest. You have a lot going on, my beautiful Sagittarians. You have so many ideas that are hitting you at a mile a minute, okay? So just when you feel like you need to rest, and, you know, sit down maybe on your sofa and you're like, and relax. Suddenly you have an idea. Maybe I should check that out and see that's okay. Maybe I should just also investigate this thing for my future. And maybe I should do this thing on Monday. And maybe I should make a plan to do this. That's not resting. Even though you're sitting on the sofa, you're still doing loads of things on your phone, or there's loads of ideas hitting you. Sometimes it's okay to just breathe and say, I'm going to switch off. I'm not going to look at my phone. I'm going to just allow thoughts to come into my mind and flow out. I may listen to some really cool music in the background to really lower my energy into a state of peace, or even have a bath. Whatever it is that really, well, they're actually showing me a red arrow right now. I mean, some of you may even channel your energy through sports, you know, because they're showing me a red arrow, and I know you're Sagittarius, so of course, you know, you're a fire element, which is, of course, red, and, you know, well, red, yellow energy, and of course, an arrow is always there with that centaur, the bow and arrow. This is about recharging your batteries to remain on target, okay, on something that you want to accomplish. But you don't always have to be doing. That's kind of the energy that I've got there. You don't always have to be doing. You can take some time. I mean, the snow is to like thaw out, to like take a pause or become stationary for a while. So if you're low on resources, it's important to really step back and revitalize your spirits during this period. Now, of course, some of you may be going through a very deep philosophical soul searching during this full moon period, where you're asking about your true calling, your direction. And I feel like the answers that you seek, they are coming towards you. You will gain clarity. But as I can see that there's all moon energy here, there's something that is draining your energy. Okay, now this could be a food substance, it could be a person, it could be a situation, it could be a situationship, it could be, you know, it could also be that, you know, you're not allowing yourself to recharge. You're always running on empty. I mean, that was even, I think that was the name of one of your readings a couple of weeks ago, running on empty. And I really feel that still you've got that flowing in your energetic field at the moment. I mean, if you really think about the moon is an energy, it's a celestial body that cannot shine all by itself. It requires the sun to shine, okay? Now, if I'm going to go deep here, the sun is a sense of, you know, it represents ego, it represents your life force, it represents energy. So they're indicating, you know, as humans, we all are the sun. Okay, so we're giving out that energy, but because you've got all governing energy as the moon, something is requiring your energy. It is absorbing your energy and it's not giving back at this time. So I really feel over this full moon period, you're looking at those areas. It could be a toxic work environment. It could be a friendship where you're starting to question and say, hang on a minute, every time something goes really well in my life, they're not as happy for me as I would be happy for them. What's going on there? Is there a little bit of jealousy? Is there a little bit of, you know, rivalry? What's going on there? It could also be like a family member who is going through something really difficult and they require your time and attention. And whilst you are actually there to help them, and you're being wonderfully generous with your time, you're starting to feel the strain of that. And you need to just take a step back just to recharge. You can still be there for that person, but it's important to make sure you recharge your batteries. It could also be a relationship or something difficult that is worrying you at this moment. But I feel you are being guided out of difficulty, so there will be nothing to worry about. You just need to recharge your batteries. All answers that you seek will also come to you during this period as well. Now, in terms of world events, because we do have the world here, and they're actually pointing to me, my guides are pointing at the world, the world, the world. They're not pointing up here, they're pointing at the world. So some of you may have felt very uncertain about the way the world is headed. You know, there are certain changes that have been going on in our lifetime that have affected us in a large way in the last 18, 20 months, of course. And you may be wondering, what direction things are going in. Everything's so uncertain. What I can see here for you is that you've got so many wonderful ideas, and you have got a strong position about you, that you're putting yourself in that strong position to weather any storm or any changes, okay? You're someone who's very flexible, and if one thing does not work in your life, you find an alternative. You find a way to make something else work. So I definitely see that you're very resilient. Also, I feel that with the World card, I feel some of you may even think about relocating or actually emigrating to another country, or even setting up citizenships in different places. I definitely see some of you maybe migrating your business. Not all of you. I definitely feel there's a percentage, maybe about 30% going on there. Some of you may be relocating, though. More of a majority of relocating, like to a new home or a new business or to a new opportunity that feels more fulfilling, okay, that actually makes you feel good. I feel like there's a dream or an opportunity being capitalized here. I feel like you're getting a wish come true. Also, I feel that you are very instinctive and very sensitive, and actually trust your hunches, because the moon is all about that sensitivity, those psychic images or flashes, or that knowingness that comes to you in moments when you least expect it. When you know, and that's about everything. So if you've got a hunch to do something, really pay close attention to it, do your due diligence, investigate it a little bit further before you take action on it, and then run with it, because it's actually sort of nudging you in a direction that you should go in. So always listen and check into your hunches and your influences. During this period, you will also develop your sensitivity and your spiritual practices. So I definitely see a little bit more meditation, connection to source, a lot of, if you're someone who engages in prayer to source or to a belief system that you celebrate, I definitely see you doing that a lot more, and being given signs and symbols from your guides to let you know that they hear your questions, they hear your prayers, and they are sending you divine intervention to help you to remain in a very secure position. Interestingly enough, they're actually showing me a roof being fixed, slates on a roof being fixed. Okay, now a house and a roof always represents stability, sanctuary, and security. So because slates are being fixed, so if you feel like there's either your plans have been disrupted, or you feel that there is disruption coming in terms of world events, or you feel that things may present themselves as insecure or unsecure, they're actually giving me the slates are being fixed. So what they're indicating is that all your actions are actually keeping you in a very secure position. So whatever your plans are, you're actually safeguarded in that situation. There is security. They're actually giving me the word security. Okay. Now, I hate to say this. Sometimes the images that I get in the water, I decode them spiritually, but some of them may be literally. So some of you, if, for example, there's been a storm, I mean, this is an obvious thing to say, but I have to say it because I've been given the image there. Some of you, there may have been a slate or something that's come off your roof, and you're going to have to pay out a little bit extra money this month to get it sorted. Okay, you will, of course, and it won't be as much as you thought it would be. So I'm just seeing that there. So please take it as it resonates. Sometimes it's literal, sometimes it's not. Okay, now in the resistance position, we've got the Daughter of Cups. So some of you have felt a little bit numb about circumstances. You may have felt like you're just not just running on empty, but you're coasting, or you may feel in some area that things are just happening, and you're like, you know what? You just feel that you want a little bit more control in your life, or control in your energy. You will definitely step into that power over the next couple of weeks. Sometimes it's nice to live in that reckless energy where you're just going with the flow. And I feel part of you has been doing that. But now, because of that Virgo influence through the full moon, you're going to feel a sudden wake-up call where you want to get organized, when you're like, okay, now I need to be precise about what I want to do. The Daughter of Cups in this position does indicate that you will be a little bit more sensitive and a little bit emotional during this time. So expect some mood swings. I gotta say it. You got all moon cards there, and you got the Queen of Cups. That combination indicates that there may be a little bit of mood swings, or you're dealing with someone who has either continuous mood swings or someone you have to be very diplomatic with in some way. You will find a way to inspire this person and to solve the situation. But I feel if this person relies heavily on you, it's important to erect a boundary. Okay, a healthy boundary, because this person, I don't feel like this person realizes that they rely heavily on you or that they put a lot of responsibility on your shoulders. So give them a little slack. I feel like they are genuinely not aware of it. They just love you and they care and they feel that they can trust you and confide in you. Okay, so this could be a friend, it could be a family member. I mean, it could be someone at work, but I feel it's more someone that you have in your life that you care about. Okay, so that's just coming through there as well. But the Daughter of Cups is about, it's the equivalent of the Knight of Cups, which is about you revitalizing your spirits and your life force energy, okay? It's also an encouragement from the universe to use your imagination to change your circumstances. This is a card of praise as well. You're doing a great job and you don't give yourself enough credit for all the things that you're doing because you've had a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, okay? And I definitely sense that you are in need of recharging your batteries and just taking stock of everything that you've done for yourself, and that you're in a really good position because of you. Okay, now because we do have the Daughter of Cups and we got the Two of Cups in the World in this position, I don't really like giving a love message where I say that someone from your past or someone with unfinished business is entering your life, but I definitely get a sense that they are. Okay, so this could be the person that you have an attraction with. If you are looking for love, there's an attraction there, there's already chemistry there, but I definitely see that person, they're in it for the short term. Okay, there is someone who is long term coming for you, so I just want to put that out there. You know yourself. Intuitively, you will know whether this person means to stick around or not. So check in with your energy. But I feel someone from the past or someone that you have unresolved things with, I feel like you will resolve those things and you'll see them in a different light. It's almost like you look at that person and go, wow, what did I ever see in that person? Okay, you know what? We're just not on the same page right now, and it's time to take a step back from that. So I see it as it being your decision and not theirs, actually. Now, the World card indicates that you are in the right place at the right time. You're on the right path, but sometimes you may feel like you're not. You may feel that things are delayed. Again, I don't want to give this message, but it's coming through, so I have to. Some of you may have some sort of travel booked. It may be delayed, okay? Some of you, I'm going to pull a quick card on that, see if you get compensated. That'll give me an indication as to how delayed you are. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you show me the World card and the travel delay? Can you please show me the travel delay for my beautiful Sagittarians? The Empress card, I think it could bring you a little bit of money. You'll get to your destination, that's for sure. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit of money, Nine of Pentacles. So you will get a little bit of compensation there for that. So it may be like, I don't know, depends on where you're flying to really, or where you're traveling to. But I guess if it's 6-7 hours, maybe more of a delay, you're going to get some compensation. So these two cards tell me that, you know, a little bit of money coming on in here. Maybe money that you did not expect to get. You'd rather have taken the trip and it not been delayed, but I feel the compensation almost pays for the trip itself. So it kind of cancels it out and it's kind of positive. So just watch out for that there. Obviously, if it's time sensitive, you'll be a little bit cross. So the trip there. But I definitely see you getting out and having fun and being in nature. And, you know, you'll take it in your stride is what they're kind of giving me there. Now, with the World card, this indicates that you have goals that you want to reach. And, you know, sometimes you doubt your wonderful self, my beautiful Sagittarians, as to whether you're going to make it happen. You are going to make it happen, whatever it is. Now, everybody wants something different. So whatever it is you are focused on, because they did give me that red arrow, they're giving it to me again. I mean, arrows, of course, are to be direct, to succeed in all of your endeavors. It could also indicate that a situation needs your intense focus and skill and precision at this time. So you will hit your mark. A plan, you know, red can mean that your plan is grounded, so it will work. Can also mean, you know, achieving what you desire, because red is the color of desire, of energy, of creativity and security. So I definitely see this being a very healthy time for your goals, accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do. And the World card in this position does indicate that whatever it is you've got in motion at this moment, you will make it happen. It becomes a reality for you. This is a card also of trying to understand or have a deeper understanding of your role in the universe and the efforts that you're making. So I feel like you're really checking in spiritually about your path and doing a little bit of soul searching over this full moon period. And as I said, these readings, the moon reading is about you and how you feel. It's about checking in with your path. And, you know, sometimes we feel emotional for no reason. Sometimes we feel sensitive for no reason. Sometimes we feel angry or numb, or, you know, we go through a gamut of emotions, and we have to honor ourselves in each moment. You know, the love readings are all about love. The career readings, of course, about finances. But this is about your emotions and checking in with you just to see if you're aligning yourself with your true heart's desire. And you are, okay? So with the outcome energy, we've got the full moon. Okay, so this is about blessings, blossoming, celebration, release what's no longer serving you, recharge your energy, inner work, letting go of the past, and manifestation. So your whole reading is like coming together in this big bundle of, it's almost like a gift from the universe to manifest something that you have been working on manifesting for some time. Blessings are coming in for you. They may have felt uncertain, but I feel things are coming full circle where you're in the right place at the right time to receive these blessings. Also, we've got third quarter. Now, this is a very important card because it does indicate that you are in a deep reflection and revaluation mode, but most importantly, you are releasing the past and forgiving situations in your past that perhaps you had some sort of power over you. So for example, if you were someone who was deeply bullied when you were younger, okay, this is about rising up in your power, finding the courage to let go of those situations. Now, of course, you know, if you're bullied, you don't really want to remember those things that those horrible bullies or immature children at the time said. Okay, and remember, whenever someone bullies another person, it tends to mean that they feel threatened, they feel jealous, or you know, no one ever picks on someone who's below them. They always pick on someone who's above them because they want to knock them off their perch. But it's not about what they said or did. It's the long-lasting effects of the actions in the past. So if you were bullied, for example, you know, you may have a different way of looking at yourself going forward. You may feel moments of, you know, doubt, or feeling like you're not enough, or feeling like you're the one who never gets picked for something, or you're the one who, you know, was least likely to succeed. But all of those things, you're actually releasing that because you're actually checking in with yourself and seeing, actually, I'm a success. Actually, I've done really well for myself. Actually, I'm really awesome. And I've got lots of ideas, and I'm headed in the direction of my goals and my dreams and the success. I'm building a good life. So that part of my life is over. It's in the past. It's an illusion. It no longer exists, and it no longer has power over me. So you're cutting the cord to that past. Anything that hurt you. It doesn't have to be a bully. It doesn't have to be that you were bullied. It can be, you know, trauma or wounding from a very young age. It could also be, you know, a very bad breakup with a relationship, or someone lied to you. Whatever those negative experiences you've had, they no longer have power over you because they exist in another time, another dimension that was witnessed and how can I put that word? They give me an energy, let me see, experienced, but it's no longer present right now for you, okay? So we do have forgiveness, so you're forgiving that. That was my point. You're forgiving the past. Not to release anyone or let anyone off the hook. It's so that you can release the baggage, so it no longer has power over your present and definitely has no place in your future. So it says here, forgiveness, contemplation, reflection, reevaluation, introspection, revision, changes are required. Keep trusting. All is not lost. You're making adjustments, okay? So during intense moments of radical change, and the collective is going through them, as humanity, we are all going through them. I feel there is a lot of uncertainty. The moon actually represents uncertainty, fears, you know, wondering if we're headed in the right direction or where we're headed. But I see that actually you're being guided, you're being protected as well. We have the Mother of Flames. That's the Queen of Wands, okay? That's a beautiful card to get. because you're so full of passion, you're so full of fire in your soul. And if you've been feeling a little bit scattered or, under the weather, if you feel like you're catching every seasonal cold that there is, or you feel that you're unmotivated, or you've just lost your strength to, some of you may have been like, oh, what's the point? What's the point? I'm picking up that energy there. You will get a boost of energy from the universe, but also a signal, a sign. And I feel like lots of signs have come up for you so far, for you to know that you're on the right track and that your passion is your power. You're making really good decisions. You've got clarity of purpose, and you're being inspired to take the next steps in your life towards a wish come true. Okay. Now, the Mother of Flames, of course, is the Queen of Wands. So this is about you being a magnet. At grassroots, this is about you magnetizing all you desire towards you. It's also about, some of you will feel during this full moon period, you may want to pay attention to beauty regimes or, pampering sessions, shall we say, male or female, not a gender specific reading. It's all about you, looking out for you during this period. And I feel you're just recharging your batteries there. Also, if you are looking for love, you are super attractive, okay? I don't care what age you are. If you're looking for love, you're vibing at a frequency that is attracting a mate, a long-term mate, but also I feel like you're actually going to have a lot of chemistry with more than one person. There's going to be a lot of flirting going on, flirtatious exchanges, Sometimes, people can just have a wonderful conversation and it's light and airy and it just makes you have a spring in your step. It doesn't have to be anything like flirting, but when you just click with somebody. So I feel like you're going to have lots of moments like that as well, where the energy is revitalized. Now, some of you very creative, very productive over this time. Some of you may feel compelled to launch yourself into self-expression in art or in music, maybe change of clothes. I also get you having creative collaborations, having a desire to connect to people who really inspire you or that you feel good with. Some of you may be even searching for your soul tribe. You may feel right now that you haven't found people who get you. And you're about to meet people who get you. So some of you may put yourself either on a course of learning or put yourself on a hobby, something that you're doing for you, and you meet like-minded people and they become your soul tribe. So I definitely see you meeting people who have integrity, passion, and who get you. Most importantly, okay? Because sometimes from this energy, I feel sometimes you feel a little bit misunderstood, okay? Now, we do have the Six of Feathers. Six of Feathers tends to mean you've been going through a rite of passage, okay? You've been going through a bit of a test, and you're coming out the other side changed, but calmer within. This card indicates that you are also changing the way you think about certain things, and you may be looking at previous experiences that have been difficult and realizing that actually they were sent to you to strengthen you, but also to help you erect a healthier boundary. And a lot of you, this came up briefly in the Leo reading, I think, so it's a fire element, so maybe that's why there is a bit of a correlation between the two. I get a sense that some of you may even talk about your experiences or write a book or a screenplay or even just channel all your experiences into art. I definitely get a sense of you've got something to say that is worthy of listening to. So I definitely see some of you, whether you're retired or not, you'll definitely write about your experiences, and you may turn that into something that is viewed by other people. Not only is it cathartic, and you're not doing it for ego's sake, I feel like you're doing it to, channel your experience. I actually see it putting you on the map. I see it also being financially lucrative if you want to make money out of that as well. Now also Six of Swords, which is the equivalent, of course, of Six of Feathers, indicates you're being guided out of difficulty. So you've started with the first card, which is all about challenge, and the Six of Swords is your outcome energy, which means you're being navigated away from challenge and into calmer, more peaceful times, okay? So you're recharging your batteries and you're going to come out with a very clear mind of your direction, where you want to go, and being in the flow of the journey. This card is all about being in the flux or being, in an let me get my words back in my mouth, an evolutionary energy where you're making progress and you're exploring all your options. There's no obstacles. is what I see. There's no obstacles, okay? Some of you may even be recovering if you've been under the weather, you've been feeling that you've had low energy, or that you've been a little bit unwell, or you've gone through some sort of procedure. I definitely see you healing. And when you're back to best, then you're in the flow of doing, and you are shining that wonderful light of yours as well, okay? Now, finally, we have the Nine of Cups. And if you know Tarot, maybe I don't need to say anything more about that, but the Nine of Cups there indicates a wish being delivered, or being satisfied that you've done a lot of soul searching over the full moon period, and you've come up with a lot of answers. The Nine of Cups is basically, a gift from the universe, you being in a state of well-being, of pleasure, of fulfillment, and success. This is a card of the good life, okay? Also, this card is about a dream coming true, or an achievement of a desire, because you worked hard for it. And, you can take stock and be proud of your hard work and all of your achievements. They really want you to know you're doing a job well done. Whether you're a parent, as a stay-at-home mom, or whether you're a parent who's working, whether you're retired, whether you're currently working, whether you're just leaving university, whatever it is, or if you're just, busy getting by, doing jobs and trying your best to achieve the life that you desire, you're on the right track. And be proud of everything that you've accomplished so far. There's more to come, okay? A lot more good stuff to come. Finally, what else am I getting with this card? Now, what I am getting here is, you may not feel like it right now, but you are turning a page for the better, okay? There is a corner being turned here, a new chapter. And although financially, some of you, money may have been tight, things are getting better. So I definitely see you being in the flow of abundance, okay? So I want you to be aware of that. And I feel the changes that you're making are necessary and put you in a really healthy position long term. I definitely see some of you cutting out any food substances that make you feel a little bit lethargic or not good for you, or are giving you some sort of rash or indigestion. They're actually showing me marshmallow for you right now, marshmallow. Okay, I think marshmallow is, it's connected to the digestion, the digestive tract. I think it offers some sort of protection in that area. I mean, it may even help with respiratory is what they're giving me. So if you are someone who's got a cough, or is, that's your weak area. If you get a cold, maybe you get a chest infection, or you got asthma or something like that. I mean, I'm talking about natural marshmallow, not the sort of spongy stuff that's really sweet and tasty to eat. Some of you may, because of this Virgo energy in the full moon, you may source, as I said, like a natural product for nutrition. So that's coming through for you. And before I even pick up this card, I mean, it's kind of interesting, but they're showing me a rainbow for you. And if I look at your cards, I actually see sort of hints at rainbows as well. I'll show you in a moment. But they're actually showing me a rainbow on a doorstep or an entrance to a house or a shop. Okay, you'll see that over the next 6 weeks or so. So look out for that. It means a change in your luck, reaching a goal, and fortune after a difficult time. So that's coming through strongly. So look out for a rainbow. And the rainbow, it looks like it's on a doorstep or the entrance of a shop or a home. I mean, it could be painted, it could be a picture. So please take it as it resonates. We got puffin partnership. I mean, with the Two of Cups, some of you may be also engaged in a partnership, whether it's business or relationship. I feel like that will thrive, just so you're aware. And if you are calling in a partnership, love, it's coming in. If you're already in a relationship, I definitely see that if you've been going through a very difficult time, I definitely see that your person is going to make more of an effort, okay? And you're not taking each other for granted. I see that you're deepening your connection with your person. This person, they are very attracted to you, highly attracted to you, and they do love you as well. I feel that they see you as their world, okay? But I feel there's been a bit of a strain on you and your relationship with this person recently. And I feel like there's just been a lot of scattered energy, maybe because of the uncertainty or maybe because of some sort of emotional upset, but that will be resolved. Okay, so I definitely see that there. Now, I just want to show you before I go, like this is almost starting to become a rainbow here. And we've got these little bits here that almost look like a rainbow. So look out for rainbows. They are important to you. okay? They are important to you, and some sort of good luck, opportunity, or news that goes in your favor. Now we got Puffin partnership there, and it says, accept yourself and your colorful personality. Feel confident about being you. You are a joy bringer. Let your community nourish you and protect you. Ask for help. Teamwork will give you the best results. Okay, so if you have been feeling a little bit in a solitary energy, or you've been feeling a little bit alone, as I said, you will gravitate towards your natural soul tribe, people who get you, okay? But also, if you already have a very strong support network, they are there for you. I know you're super independent and you've got life pegged down all by yourself, and you don't need anybody per se, but sometimes it's nice to reach out to other people and say, hey, do you want to be part of this thing that I'm going through right now? Maybe you can offer a solution. It actually deepens bonds between people and friendships. You know, if someone is on the outside looking in and feels like they cannot connect because you're never there for them, or they're never there for you, you know, it creates that alienation or that detachment in a friendship. You know, I do have, for example, I've got one friend, she's wonderful. You know, we all spend lots of time with each other, but she's very private. She doesn't tell us about anything that's going on in her life. That's fine. That's her prerogative. Okay. So there's always this sense of distance when we're in company. Okay. And only recently did she just open up, and we're like, oh my gosh, you've been going through this and you didn't ask us to be there for you. And we could tell something was off, and we kept saying, you know, if you ever need anything, you know, you can call. She's like, no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. We're like, this doesn't feel like it, but we honor the space and we honor the person. So eventually she's like, look, actually, I'm going through this and I don't really know how to find a solution. And we all just hashed it out and said our piece or our take on the situation. And I know it's a cliche, but sometimes a problem shared is a problem halved. And, you know, she works things out and, you know, is doing way better. But sometimes we just need to check in with our soul tribe and say, hey, you know what? I just need a different perspective on this because it's going round and round in my mind. It's making me crazy. So remember that there are people there for you. Okay. I'm just going to go and get a trinket for you before we close. Okay. So we have the cat. Okay, so cat is all about luck. It's about independence as well. I feel that super independence coming through. I definitely see that you will be seeing a lucky cat. I think this came up, I think it was in the Leo reading as well. They're showing me a black and white cat, and it will cross your path. Okay, it will almost walk a little bit with you as well, is what I see. It'll walk towards you, cross the path, and kind of walk a little bit with you. This is a symbol that there is a lucky break for you, okay, or a breakthrough in some area that you've been struggling with. And also, when you think about cats, it's all about strategizing before you take a leap of faith on something. So always have a plan, do your due diligence, and look before you leap is the energy that I get there. Okay, but I see you being protected by the universe in all your endeavors. So we'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in that reading for you, my beautiful Sagittarians. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Saggies. Love and light.